What up? What up?
And we are here.
Okay. Low power mode is now on.
Oh no, not low power mode is now on.
No, that's the best way to have your stuff. What are you talking about?
You ain't wrong, especially if your phone finna die.
It ain't finna die, but I do it when it's at like 90, just so it can ease on down that road to zero. Don't you ain't got.
That's what you be doing.
Yeah, I do it with the
Ease
watch
on down
too.
to the road to zero.
'Cause you got to
You ain't
think,
wrong. I
that
get
thing
it. Trying to
go
save
dead on you
yourself.
quick. That thing could die when you fast. Phones, watch, laptop. You gotta be mindful. Got to be mindful.
Gotta be mindful for sure.
So what you
I
got?
am adding you or I was gonna try to tag you, but it won't let you. I forgot that once you monetize your Facebook account, you can no longer tag people.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to use highlight or followers. It's crazy.
No, I definitely hate you. Gots to, that's the new world.
Yeah, it's driving me nuts. You should be able to see it now so you can do your thing.
All right.
Ah, I think I figured it out. We just have to share everything. Oh, we already got. It's probably me. It is. Hey, Crystal. I was just finna tag you in the little share that I was about to do. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are about to get into a little bit of the wild ass news. I'm hoping that everybody is doing well today. So much going on in the world, and the government is always worrying about the wrong thing.
No, you ain't lying. You ain't lying at all. At all. What's up, Crystal?
I'm already knowing.
So, what's new? Hey, man, did you see? Speaking of Nancy Pelosi, since we're talking politics, hold on, let me find it.
Find it.
Yeah, gotta make sure I get it right. Oh, make the NRC white again. GOP ends minority outreach program.
Child.
RNC.
I just don't understand for people to just dislike minorities so much.
Yeah.
They really just go out of their way to make things harder than it has to be. That's nuts.
So let me read it to you real quick.
Mm-hmm.
The Republican National Committee is doing a full-on MAGA makeover that it claims will curb excessive spending and steer as much money as possible to support Donald Trump's campaign. But one of those strategies may have a deep effect on the successful minority outreach program. One source familiar with the plan told the Daily Beast the tagline might as well be "Make RNC white again." It's crazy. Crazy.
Why don't they think it's white enough, baby? Nonetheless, always the more.
Crazy out here, cuz.
It's nuts. It's nuts. So I don't know if everybody has noticed, but I guess Nancy Pelosi now thinks that she's a battle rapper. She
Okay.
did a little 1-2 when she did her speech. Apparently, both sides agreed enough to pass a bill that could possibly ban TikTok for
Mhm.
stealing our data. Now, I'm not gonna say nothing about the last person they had in court, about stealing our data. Because I like being able to go live and post my little funnies here and there
Right.
on the Facebook. But I could have sworn he got off with an apology and a fine for stealing our data for years. I'm pretty sure it was just because he was willing to sell some shares to them or something. I think the problem is they ain't making enough money off TikTok. That's just what it really seems like to me. But here's what Nancy Pelosi had to say. This was her drops mic moment when she decided to become a battle rapper.
This is not an attempt to ban TikTok. It's an attempt to make TikTok better. Tic-tac-toe, a winner.
Baby.
Oh, she said, play it again. Play it again.
You always want me to play it again.
What did she say? Tic-tac-toe,
Baby,
a winner. What?
She said what she said, and she meant it, and they are doing everything they can. Now, I told y'all last week that they was trying to basically bully the CEO. Yeah. Just being like straight weirdo. She really lost me. Like, I liked Nancy enough up until she put the kente cloth on and took a knee when all we asked for
that was crazy.
All we asked for was our civil rights, things that we deserve naturally as human people. And this is that's what she chose to do as opposed to it. So I'm over it. Yeah.
I agree.
So again, with the US not minding their business, Haitian gang leader Jimmy Barbecue Henry is forcing the prime minister to basically resign by wreaking havoc on the Haitian people and their tourists. There have been multiple news reports about all kind of random drive-bys. It's a lot going on. Now, what I do know about Haiti, which is a little, is that they always have something going on with a corrupt government or something, is terrible. Much like us. Only they people about it. Just like and always have been.
Never mind.
What was that?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, because you better watch yourself.
No, just like Dalton. Shoot, you see what they going through in Dalton, boy? That lady is wild. But finish your story.
No, I know the lady is wild. I did the story about her putting on the Nino Brown outfit. Yeah. She wanted them to sit their $5 ass down before she make change and all kind of stuff. Like,
you see her Roland Martin interview, like her excuse for that?
No, what was her excuse for that?
She was playing. She say it was a joke. She says she jokes a lot. So when she did it, it was all fun and games. I'm like,
I don't have the
time. In politics, they ain't got time to play about fun.
Not because really. Who's playing? Nonetheless, as I always say, always the more. So Barbecue has apparently shook the prime minister. He is going to step down because on Good Morning America, he did a Zoom interview and was like, hey, that prime minister sit down, I'll let y'all breathe. Not a jokey joke, not a joke. It was real ghetto. You really have to see the video.
Yeah.
No, but he basically was letting them know, like, if he don't, as long as he is in office, I am going to maul y'all ass, basically. Everybody, nobody's safe, It's a sad situation because I'm sure there are innocent bystanders being hurt. There are a lot of traumatic events going on over there, in addition to all of the traumatic events that probably go on in natural everyday life. It's, now it's this as well. So I guess I would say that I'm just keeping them lifted up in prayer. Hopefully, this actually does end, because the prime minister is talking about he wants to wait until they get like a presidency council or something something like that. And I'm just like, the poor people,
Mhm.
the poor people. And lastly, to the writers of Abbott Elementary, I know that this could have been tea, but this is still wild as hell to me. Please don't let that sexy red girl on that show. Please don't ruin my baby's favorite little primetime show that her and I can watch together and I'm not bored.
Abbott is funny.
This is really that I'm really tired of that. I've done everything I can to keep Sexy Red out of my child's head, out of her view, because and it's hard. It's hard. And I know that a lot of people are like, well, that's like with them fighting over the girls claiming they scared of the ghetto people. It's not that I'm afraid of ghetto people. That's not the problem. I am generally terrified of a woman that has a baby out of their area, and then their first picture is their legs wide open and they grabbing it like they have this kind of claw thing going on with. Hey, listen, you don't have to prove to me that it's strong.
Hey.
You don't have to prove to me that it's Teflon, built for it, tough, which is weird. Let's talk about this bodily.
She say I got sugar walls.
I don't have time. And I don't want to have to explain to my child why that looked like that. Why so much stuff look like that.
She could.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. It's a family friendly show. It's a prime time show. Baby, get on Baddies Down South.
Baddies Down South.
I don't know. I don't watch it. I'm saying places that I'm not gonna accidentally.
She should get on Love and Hip Hop, like Atlanta or something. Why not? Hey.
You know what? It is no chance that I will be watching that or the kid will be watching that. So absolutely, if that's what if that's your heart's desire, I'm not saying she shouldn't go after her dreams. I'm just saying I know for a fact that this is an industry plan. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. I don't believe it. I don't believe
an industry plant.
She gotta be. Her and that Bobby white girl that stole Funny Marco's whole skit.
Oh, you talking about the girl that do the interview? Yeah, she a little off. She off.
Yeah, extremely.
And I've only seen the one when she did with Offset. I've seen that interview.
That was hilarious.
I'm like, she weird for real.
Well, she did one with Funny Marco too, because she basically stole his whole bit and she basically admitted to it.
So who was interviewing who though? Who was interviewing who?
It kind of looked like they was interviewing each other. It was hilarious. I didn't watch the whole thing. It's a lot. That's a long time to watch two very awkward people talk to each other. I wasn't going to do that.
But Funny Marco is funny. If you seen him outside, he hilarious.
He's hilarious. I like Funny Marco in doses. I don't want to watch like hours of that. And it's not to be shady. I just don't want to watch hours of that. And then I just to kind of segue into Suave with the sports. You see Drea out here robbing cradles. She having kids with her son friends because what is he, basketball? He a football player, ain't it? Because she moved on.
No. He's a
basketball.
Yep.
Okay, right. Because Orlando Scandrick was a football player, right?
Right. Let me know.
Yeah, so we had to get it on back to the basketball.
She played for the Houston Rockets.
Lady. She's a predator, but she's a beautiful lady.
I don't understand it. No, like seriously, like, and I think this is the problem with like modern sports. You don't have them old heads in the locker room, them 10, 12, 14-year vets that can be like, hey, she ain't the one. That ain't what you want to touch. And like you say, she pregnant by her son's friend, basically.
It's so gross. I mean, She's a beautiful woman. Her being pregnant isn't the issue. It's his age that you thought that this was a good idea to entertain
Yeah.
this far. Like, you know, having your little fun and stuff like that.
Oh,
This
Lord.
this is a baby. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, you're ruining the man's life.
Thank.
Girl.
I'm mad. I'm mad. Key said that. She
No.
drunk. She gotta be drunk. But no. I agree. I agree. It's like, but also, like I said, like, dang, ain't nobody getting that boy ear and be like, hey, that's a used 1990 Nissan Altima.
Why she gotta be a used Nissan Altima?
What else could you compare it to?
I would give it a BMW with 100,000 miles on it.
BMW.
I would give it 150,000 miles on a BMW.
BMW with 300,000 miles. Okay, all right. That too, but
yeah, no, you're not wrong. But at the same,
it's similar to it's similar to what's old girl name? Brittany Renner. She was scouting her baby father since he was in college. I don't know who either person is. At least I don't think I do. But
so Drea Michelle Reed, Michelle, that's the one that was dating Chris Brown, the one that left her son that's the same age as her new baby daddy at home eating Pop Pockets for a week while she went out of town to go kick it with Chris Brown when they was together. Yeah, she left that baby in there with Hot Pockets and Pop Tarts
by himself
for a week. Wow. For a week. Sure did. She had a whole real life serious case about that. And I'm just like, why do y'all keep getting this girl pregnant? Like,
real quick though, all old school cars are not gems. Let's come on now. All old school cars are not gems.
I'm just saying, it's not definitely giving tax season BMW off Western, off 75th. Not even 79th. We 75th. A nice car, fresh paint job, fresh outside, rusted engine. But
wow, rusted. No,
nice,
rusted bottom. Whole bottom gone.
He say the bottom ain't out.
The bottom done. All the Chicago salt killed it.
Yeah, basically. My bad. I didn't mean to take over your suave with the sports.
No, but I agree, and it's good to hear a woman say the same thing because it's like, come on, dog, you couldn't have found nobody else closer to your age.
I'm not even mad about them dating.
I'm
annoyed with the idea that you are literally. I know that you don't care what nobody think of you because we watched you on and men do it all the time, and I talk about them too. I talk about them too. I think it's really, really just corny. You know, I understand two grown people, but the fact that it's your child's age and as a woman, it's just like. How does that not disgust you?
He just turned 22 a month ago.
22.
Yes.
22.
February 9th is his birthday.
We know that Drake is a weirdo. Drake was dealing with Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things.
Yeah, that's not a good comparison.
It's alleged that he was dealing with Millie Bobby Brown from Stranger Things. And yes, I'm talking about 11, the one who nosebleed and she do this and everything just fly up. That one.
Messing with her? What?
Huh?
He was messing with her?
Yes, he's my friend. He's my best friend.
Wow.
And then y'all kicking it like welcome to Hollywood. Like this is it's a lot of strange, odd, and very eerie things going on with that.
Very, very. But going from the NBA to the W. Well, not the WNBA, but women's basketball.
Oh, yeah, I seen it. I don't talk about it. I seen that.
Brother of LSU guard Flau'jae Johnson was arrested and charged with assault, battery, and disorderly conduct by the Greenville Police Department and his role in the fight after his sister had shoved a player on South Carolina. Her teammate came, helped her out, shoved Flau'jae back. Now, look, it ain't right. It ain't right. It ain't right. But Buddy athletic. He leaped like two tables like quick. I was amazed because his pants was kind of tight. I was like, bro, you have 2 tables that fast?
Let me tell you something. They must have been leggings because they had some stretch.
Very.
They had some stretch.
Very. I was like, hey, that boy athlete. And then you saw his daddy. If you watch, his daddy leaped the first one. I was like, oh, the whole family athletic. Ain't this
Listen.
But not to get off topic, but it's like, come on, bro, what are you doing? Your sister's in
like,
a whole basketball game. He leaped up.
I ain't saying it's right. I ain't saying it's right.
You're very right, Crystal. You're 100%. That boy athletic. He got to her before the sister could fall good. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm like, hey, you athletic, boy. Olympics need to call him. I'm just saying. But
I mean, I'm not surprised.
but
it ain't right, but our community, you protect your sister.
I hear you. But also, if we all did that when our child got pushed or tackled too hard, we all be arrested. Like, come on. She's playing a sport. Yes. Honestly, she started it by muffing the girl because
she started it.
You didn't see her shove the girl?
She started the brawl. She did. I was talking about the girl. She started that.
Okay.
She started that.
Yeah, she shoved her. Old girl was talking crazy. She shoved her. Other girl, which is a very big girl. She like 6'7".
That was a large girl. That was a large girl.
Camila Cardoso from Brazil. Big girl.
It sounds like that's a big name. That's a large lady's name.
I've never heard that. That's a big name. That's great. That's your cousin.
That is. Hey, let me tell you something. That's what I just said though. In our family and stuff like that, like it don't matter who or what. If it look like it's too one-sided,
yeah.
I might have to stick and move you real quick. You know what I'm saying?
So real quick, they say he was released Monday from jail. $1,000 bond for each charge. God damn, 3,000?
Yeah.
And they say both charges are considered misdemeanors under South Carolina law. Each carry a potential of 30 days. God damn.
It's tough. I can't say. I don't think that it's right. I'm not saying that I think that it's right because I would hate to be in that position myself where it's a man protecting somebody that I'm putting my hands on. Realistically, I wouldn't want that to be me. However, I'm also very honest with myself.
Yeah, she started it.
I don't have no cousins that will watch no boy girl.
I hear
family that will watch anything like that.
I hear you if it's a street fight, but you're competing in a sport.
Did we hear what the girl said? Did we hear how this started? Because sometimes it's not it's kind of like in that moment, like we are all human.
And I'm not saying it's not emotion, but my thing is the brother, you should have stayed seated. That's not your battle. I'm sure the ref, like you saw your sister get shoved, the ref did too. Like it's a basketball game. If it happens in the WNBA, you're gonna run on the court again. That's all I'm saying.
You're not wrong. I'm not, because I'm still again not condoning what he did. But realistically, that is not the type of world I'm sure that they're coming from. I know that it's wrong. I'm agreeing there.
Yeah. If it's a street fight, then you do what you do. But they're playing a sport.
Well, she must have said some street fighting shit, and I ain't trying to be like that,
No,
but
I mean, it looked like how people when they one up on yeah, and then she shoved her. Then the other girl was like, "Okay, I see what you did. I'm gonna get that get back," and she floored her literally. You know, Flaw J got to keep that head on a swivel. You can't be pushing, can't be pushing and not watching out.
you gotta at least be paying attention, Pookaroo.
You gotta push and be like,
You gotta see what's going
all
on.
right,
You gotta be
nobody
able
coming.
to tell.
Yeah, you gotta be quick. You gotta be quick, dog. Gotta be quick. You can't be out here shoving and then thinking ain't nothing gonna happen. It's still a sport, you know.
It is. And
But
everybody, it seemed like everybody be trying to get that get back.
yeah, and what they say, pretty much both teams in the first round of the NCAA tournament might just be 5 players on each team playing the whole game. So, they two of the best teams in the country.
Yeah.
But hey, that brawl may hurt you in the long run. But hopefully it doesn't. But it may. Basketball is, a very cardiovascular sport. And I hope them girls got their wind up. Because, boy, they going to be running.
Oh, yeah. Everybody in trouble, for sure.
No, I'm saying running on the court. Because you can't take no break. Who going to sub in for you?
Oh, that's right.
You got to play, what is it? 30 minutes, 60 minutes, whatever. Hey, get your wind up, baby girl.
That's crazy.
Get plenty of liquids. Plenty of liquids.
That's crazy.
Go run the stairs before the game. I don't know. You got to figure that out.
Why would you go run the stairs before the game? Wouldn't that make you tired?
You got to figure it out. I don't know. Look, I'm not a coach. But you
All
got
right.
to get your stamina right.
All right.
And then in other news, Russell Wilson has found a team with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Him first time. I want to say it's the first time he's had a black head coach, and a head coach. I want to say it's his first time with a starting black quarterback. So hopefully it goes well.
I hope it does, because we'll be able to sing that song again. Black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow.
Yes. Now, are they that good? I don't know.
No, they're not. But it's gonna be helpful, I think.
What Drake say? We gonna see.
We gonna see. I look forward to seeing it.
Yeah, I'm happy he found a team. They say he's making I want to say league minimum, like $1 million, but which is these contracts. He's still getting paid $39 million this season.
Period.
From the Denver Broncos. I'm like, boy, I need to find your agent because I
love this for him.
Yeah.
And he still got time to protect breast milk in the backseat of cars with his wife.
Because like I say, I think he was dealt a raw deal. His first year there, first time ever head coach. Second year there, head coach don't even really rock with you. He just took the job. So hopefully Russ can get back on track and, get back to his winning ways. And then also, I don't know, did we talk about Mike Tyson getting back in the ring?
Yeah, we talked about that last week.
Hey.
I can't wait to see it.
That boy came out with a training video.
He tearing it up.
That boy's still fast.
But his rules are so different than the other boy rules. The other boy can wear headgear and he can have his brother tag in if he need to. Yes.
I heard about the head.
His brother don't have to leave the ring either.
You showing a boxing match?
Yes.
I heard about headgear, but
Mike Tyson. Huh?
I didn't hear about the tag team. I heard about the headgear because
they could tag, like he could tag out and his brother could get in. And he ain't got to lead a ring, if they want to swap it out. They also said that Mike Tyson has to weigh in, but the Logan Paul or whatever that boy name is, neither one of them have to weigh in.
Really?
Yes. And then they don't have to be drug tested. So they don't have to be tested for steroids or none of that. But Mike Tyson does.
All right, so news last week. They're doing it at the Dallas Cowboys. They're gonna make some money.
I'm sure, but I'm worried about what they gonna try to do with Mike. I don't like that. It feel real, ambushish to me.
So they both got to wear 18-ounce gloves and headgear. Oh, so they both wearing 18-ounce gloves.
Also, now they're gonna let both of them do the headgear because at first it was not. That was like all over the internet.
So they say the rules for the fight have yet to be officially confirmed. Comments. I don't know. Headgear is the safest bet because it's still Mike Tyson.
When is the fight gonna happen? That's a good question, Reed. Because I want to see.
This is July.
Okay.
I'm assuming. Hold on. July 20th.
I want to watch because I really hope Mike beat the piss out of him. You're right, but I need to see it myself.
Fight party at your house. Bet.
Lies.
I'll bring the fire.
You need to stop telling these lies.
Bring the fire.
No, not a fight party.
Chef Boyardee, come on now.
You gonna pay for the pay-per-view?
I'll tell you about it offline. But
see?
Oh no, I didn't
you and Azaria and Nugget could have had ourselves an evening.
Why is Mike even playing with his legacy? Yeah, I agree, but it's money. It's money. It's money.
It's money, and I think old boy talk too much. Somebody need to teach him a lesson because he don't fight fair either.
No, and then a lot of his fights have been Nate Robinson, a basketball player, Tyron Woodley, a UFC fighter, a couple other UFC fighters and comedians and things like that. So he don't really have a resume. He see, here y'all go.
Exactly.
Hey, Krista, you're right at her crib. But no, we'll talk about it. But nah, bruh. It's Mike Tyson at the end of the day. You never lose that power. And the way I know that is because I saw George Foreman, like last year, come out with a video of him punching the bag, and George Foreman, if he catch you,
oh yeah.
And he a lot older than Mike.
Mm-hmm.
So if George still got it, I can only imagine. I ain't trying to see Mike. I'm good, dog. I'm good.
Well, we wishing the best for Mike Tyson and this fight. So I wanted to definitely get into my topic of the day. Oh no! Oh, there it is. I thought I lost the little tweets that I was going to go over. So today's topic is friendship breakups. That's one of the things that we really don't talk about a lot in general. I think that a lot of people go through phases in their life where their friends or are like their number one companions, like most girls or women, because I of course don't know the friendships of males because I'm not no man, but I know that women, when we get together with our whoever person, or as me and Key like to call it, our tribe or whatever, we want to grasp and hold on tight. And a lot of times we stay in friendships and relationships in general way too long and stuff like that. Well, nonetheless, I ran across this this thread on Twitter with this girl, Khadija Don't Need You. Shout out to her, where she talked about friendship breakups and how she, was wrecked, mentally after her best friend of 20 years completely ghosted her less than 2 weeks after she served as the maid of honor in her wedding. So I'm not going to read like all of them, but like just the important couple of them. They met in 5th grade. They've been friends ever since. In high school, she moved away. And they were so close that their families agreed to allow Khadijah to stay with her friend's family so that they could, finish high school. They both ended up going to college in Atlanta. Atlanta can kill the best of friendships or introduce you to the weirdest of people. I'm gonna start a whole TikTok series on the weirdest of people. Right.
So, wait, to your point, why do you say Atlanta will ruin friendships?
It's Atlanta is like the Black Hollywood. People go there to become different people. And a lot of times you take somebody that knew you before you became this persona that you've made up, you're gonna bump heads because they're gonna be like, you're not even like this. I've seen it happen a lot. I went to Atlanta by myself, so I was able to stay me the whole rip.
Yeah.
Like, I was able to grow, and I was able to be given the grace to grow as well. So even if my personality not necessarily changed in Miami, even if my personality, never really changed or anything, but my views changed, nobody was able to judge me because you don't know me. Like, you've never seen me before. Like, you don't know who I am or who I was before.
Yeah.
So the things that I would like to bury, I can keep buried. I don't have to talk about decisions I made before I knew better to nobody else. Those kind of things definitely tear apart friendships. Nonetheless, they both went to college in Atlanta. She emphasized she loved the girl to death. The girl got pregnant a year after graduation. She had moved to London. Khadijah had moved to London and was in school and broke. But she planned her a baby shower.
What was that?
Well, she said it herself.
Oh,
She said she was in school and she was broke.
Okay.
And she couldn't afford to fly back. So she had her mom drive in from where they were from to where her friend was to cook for the baby shower. Yeah. She's the son's godmother. She, flew back and forth to Atlanta whenever she could to spend time with the godson. The friend called Khadijah the week that she was getting married, last minute, and asked her to be the maid of honor. She told her the week of the wedding that she was getting married. First of all, that's inconsiderate as hell. That's number one. But she didn't hesitate. She went on and figured it out, got there. She liked to also add that she was going through the worst breakup of her life at the time. Her ex and her had lived together and were under contract to buy a house together and were planning to get married when she found out that he was lying about his whole life and money and was an alcoholic. I don't know what it is about these men and lying about who they actually are. It's kind of nuts. It's going around quite a bit publicly now. She had to put him out the house and come out with his portion of the money to buy the house, or she would have forfeit the earnest money that she had already paid, and it was like $30,000. So she was super stressed, and she was going through quite a bit. She was talking about how she was crying all the time and everything, but she still came to the wedding and she still, gave her a good time. So a week after the wedding, about 2 weeks before the closing of the house, the friend called her crying and asking for money. She said she was facing eviction, which she had never talked to her about before. But you just got married, Pooh. Right. And she told her that she would be able to pay her back in 3 days. Now, she did let her know that she had to get her money back to close on the house because everything was falling on her by herself. Like, she wasn't married, she wasn't in a relationship anymore, and she still needed to keep up with this house that she was trying to buy. The young lady said that she was going to take a 401k drawdown and it was on the way, and that she would give her the money from the 401k. That's a possibility. So I could see why the young lady thought that was going to happen. Of course, it did not. That was the last time she had a real conversation with her friend, was when she called her crying. The girl stopped answering her calls after that. Her husband sent Khadijah part of the money back, and the rest is still owed today. This was in 2018. In 2020, she texted her an apology And in 2021, she saw her for about 30 minutes. And that was it. That was the end of her friendship with the girl. There is no context as to why the young lady just kind of left her out in the cold after that, after loaning her several thousands of dollars, and then her not even paying her back. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot of people in general, I don't know. I mean, Nico, are you real close to anybody that you done broke up with, friends?
No, because I don't know. I guess I have a low tolerance for ignorance. No, I'm serious.
I know.
And I think people just know that. And it's like,
so they just not gonna play with you.
Pretty much. Now, I could be wrong. Because I mean, I've ran across some people that like say stuff and it's like, that don't even make sense. What are you talking about? And I don't know. But I haven't been met with it yet by like a friend or anybody. But not to my knowledge. I mean, for me, it's just like some guys I knew in high school, just talk one day, then you don't talk for 2 days, don't talk for 2 weeks, don't talk for 3 months. Now it's been 5 years, And it's no like hard feelings, it happens.
Well, I mean, I guess that's good that you haven't experienced like the falling out. I'm glad that they didn't like end up arguing and it turning into something else, because a lot of times those things do happen. I also know that sometimes people can be your best friend, somebody that you think is your one and gonna always and forever be cool, and then they flip and be weird, and now everything is wrong.
Yeah.
Henri, I had to walk away from a 20-year friend recently, and I can admit that I didn't give a reason, but I mean,
that's real though.
I understand. I understand things happen. I have walked away from people without explanation plenty of times. I feel like people know when they've been moving foul, whether they choose to admit it or not. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, I think even in this situation, the young lady knew that it was wrong what happened and that things wasn't right. And she probably didn't know how to come back from that. But I also don't know that she was as much her friend's friend as her friend was her friend, if that makes sense.
You know what, too, though? I don't want to butcher. Is it Rihanna?
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure. I know people, they don't play about them names. But like to her point, I feel the same. People just know when they're not genuine or they're hating. And they may just distance themselves. Like, not to be funny, somebody we used to know. Actually, a couple people.
I'm stupid. Okay, it came.
No, but
I didn't know who you was talking about, but now I do. I know.
But I just think when they know, it's like there's no point of keeping it going. Just dead it. Just leave it alone.
The only thing with comparison between one of the people that me and you know in common and their distance is that was a very odd situation. Nothing bad happened. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Nothing happened to that person for them to feel mistreated, and there was open communication.
But what I'm saying is, to Rihanna's point, maybe she was doing some things that we don't know about, and it was just best to separate yourself.
Yeah, that situation, go to hell.
Because we don't know. Like you say, it just became weird all of a sudden.
Yeah, I can agree that when situations become weird all of a sudden and there's actually no fallout, I don't know. I don't feel. I didn't feel a pain in that particular situation, and I don't recall. I don't have any friends that were like really my friends that I'm no longer friends with that I miss. Not the people that we just stopped talking because of distance. You know what I mean? Because I miss those people sometimes, but the fallout of the people that were my sister, you know, or my brother, like this is, you know, my ride or die.
Yeah.
I don't miss them. We did exactly what we needed to do. We removed ourselves exactly when we needed to remove ourselves. I don't wish anything bad on them anymore. You know, there was a time in my life I had a friend in high school. I could have claimed her on my taxes. I swear I could have, because I literally, everything my mama did for me, I did my best to do for her. You know what I'm saying? I went off to college. That person told some real crazy lies, decided that they were going to live their life in a certain type of way, thought that I was going to judge them about that. I explained to them that I didn't judge them about that. And the relationship was still weird. The more that, like, as an adult now and looking back on that particular friendship, and this was my dog, like, I didn't spend the night over anybody's house growing up, but I spent the night over there kind of friend. You know what I mean? So, it's just when things get weird and when people like mistreat you, and then later you find out that for years it's been a lot of lies, and for years it's been this or that, or you fall out and they do something so ugly, or they say something so ugly, they act so ugly, or it turns into fisticuffs. While I understand why they hurt, because a lot of people they love a lot. Maybe they feel things a little deeper than I do. I'll say that. They feel things a little bit deeper than I do. I just feel like you really only have one opportunity to show me that I might have to put my hands on you. You only have one opportunity to disrespect me to a certain level. Because certain things you just can't apologize for. You can't apologize for it because you meant it. You really, really felt that way. That's why you did that, said that, had that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I think that they are hard. And I think that if you are a person that feel things super, super deeply, you should absolutely go and seek therapy for things like that. So that you don't go into other relationships or other aspects of your life using that hurt as a crutch. Yeah. Because a lot of times we use the hurt of, you know, boyfriends and girlfriends and stuff like that as a crutch to, you know, to deal with other people. And I think that people do that as friends as well.
And I've learned too, just, you know, really just being a man. The less you stay out of, like the less drama you in, the less your name can be brought up.
Child, no, that ain't it.
Yeah, yes, it is.
I'm trying to tell you that's not it. You cannot even live in the same area as a person, not have no drama, live a peaceful life, and your name still will come up if a person, if that's what they own.
But to that point, if whoever they're telling, like say they telling somebody y'all both know, they're gonna be like, you sure about that? That was Tierra.
You may feel that way. You may operate like that. Some people, you have the friends that will sit and they will listen just to get the full information for you. Mm-hmm. You have the friends that will drag her or him, you know what I'm saying, immediately, or threaten them and let them know. And then you have the people that, you know, gonna carry the bone, you know, go back and forth and stuff like that. So it is different with women. You're not wrong. Because men, let me tell you something. I know some very, very interesting characters that are men that do a lot of that kind of stuff too. So I'm not saying that all men are like that, but I do understand your point of view as far as that's concerned. But friendship breakups be on the same level, I think, a lot of times as a relationship breakup, depending on, you know, what y'all had going.
Yeah.
So
I've seen one as far as men. It wasn't so much talking, but it had to do with money. Like it happened with the PPP loans. One of the dudes was the plug. You know, I help you get whatever. And he was charging people a certain amount. And then when it came to his friend, he wanted to charge half of what he was getting. He like, how you gonna charge me half? And you know, it was and the thing is, I ain't gonna lie. I told my boy when I first met the guy, I'm like, it's something off. It was like 3 years before. But I was like, it's just something weird. You know, you gotta watch out for him. And Lord and behold, 3 years later, he like about to fight like his best friend over some money. And you I'm like, it ain't got nothing to do with this money. Cause it's some hating, or you know, you feel like he doing something. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I mean, that's a common thing. Excuse me, that's a
But
common thing to fall out.
so it's similar to this, right? Say I help Crystal get some money, PPP loan. Then I say, all right, Tierra, it's your turn. Then I charge you. Say you get 25,000. I charge Crystal 5, but for you, I need 1250. You're gonna be like, this doesn't even make sense.
Right.
Like how you? Yeah, and then I'm like, hey, I ain't trying to hear none of that. I need my 1250. Say
Right.
what you want, but I need my 1250. And it was just a bad look. And I'm like, some always told me he was just, you know, you couldn't put your finger on it, but when it came up, it was like that's what it ended up being. And you know, and they like it was they was fighting and everything. I'm like, it's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Word. So speaking of not being worth it, Tammy's got a man. Did y'all know that? Tammy,
Tammy,
Waka Flocka Flames, Tammy, has a man now. Wait a minute, little stuff like that lets you know where you stand with people for real. You not
yeah,
lying.
100%.
You definitely not lying. You definitely can tell where you stand with people when somebody is doing you a favor or is supposed to be putting you on or something like that, for sure.
Yep.
So Tammy apparently posted a cute little reel, and she used like a generalized statement, and I could see how it could be misconstrued and made to look like she was speaking on Waka Flocka, who has a new girlfriend that I don't know nothing about, but she looked like a young Tammy. She looked like a very young Tammy. Nonetheless, all the more. Tammy posted the reel, and the generalized statement read, "No one can make me jealous over a seat I had first. You wouldn't be sitting there if I didn't get up." Now, that do sound a little... However, we also know that Tammy was on Love and Hip Hop. We know that she is super feisty, and she was probably arguing with another lady, or she was probably talking about something totally different, because nothing that Waka Flocka and Tammy do ever makes me think that they want either one of each other back. Tammy, I feel like she really fought for her marriage on Love and Hip Hop from what we could see, as well as marriage boot camp and all that kind of stuff. She really, really wanted to be with that man, you know, but you know, things just maybe they outgrew each other. I don't know. But Waka Flocka was one of the first like hood dudes that was like publicly raising another man's daughter as his own. Like, he raised Charlie. Like, that's, you know, who she calls dad. That's all we know, you know, as far as that's concerned. Well, little Tammy, or Tammy Jr., or great value Tammy, if you will, put up a story, something to the effect of being washed up and not letting go of the past. And Tammy, of course, is going back and forth in the comments, but not really going back and forth with the girl too much. She just posted a picture of herself with some tall man laying up behind her, like, stay safe out there, y'all. It's on the calm down. I just wish that people would stop going back and forth with a other famous mate on social media. It's like, or ex-mate, whatever. It's y'all weird. I think that is weird. And then you don't want us to be in y'all business, but now we got questions and we feel entitled to it.
Right.
It's ridiculous. Speaking of entitlements, did you see Dr. Bobby Brown? You don't make that face. Him and his wife got an honorary doctorates at a school called Leaders Esteem Academy. I Googled it because
when you started with honorary, I just stopped listening.
Well, he wasn't no keynote speaker at no damn university.
I don't give a care. Anytime something's honorary, it's like you didn't earn it. You didn't earn it. You paid for it. You paid for it. You didn't earn it.
Well, okay. So Leaders Esteem Christian Bible University also. No, he's not a pastor. I think he put some money down on something. I ain't sure what he put some money down on, but whatever he put the money down on, I will say this. They gave that man a day in Houston as well on the same day. So he put him and his wife, they must have bought the church a new roof so that they could keep they building fund or something. Okay, boy. It had to be a big deal. Now the tea of this is that the former mayor is the person that gave him September 23rd as a day in Houston. The former mayor's name is Sylvester, and to me that just tells me everything I need to know about his decision making.
Wasn't that Tweety Bird arch?
That's also Ara the Kelly's alter ego's name. Y'all don't remember Sylvester from the Trapped in the Closet. I mean, I know he like Bruno, we don't talk about Bruno. But there was a time when Robert Sylvester Kelly went on a Sylvester tangent. I just ever since I have not trusted a Sylvester. So I don't know if y'all remember Hurricane
Chris.
Yeah. Hey baby.
No, wait. All right, go ahead.
Halle Berry. Well, there has been some new interviews resurfacing of him. I did not know that Bebe was a DJ in Louisiana. Yeah, he was a well-known DJ in Louisiana, and that one of their chants, one of the things that they used to always say was, "Hey boo, thanks for checking in." One of the ways that he decided to make the song is he was in the club and they were already doing this chant, right? So he basically made the song, put the song on the map, and put the DJ on the map. Like, it was like a big deal. Like, that man ended up moving to Texas, and he was on a radio station that's not even in existence anymore. Like, that's how low, that's how, he was small in the pond. But he became a big name.
Do it again. How small was it?
So don't play. during the time that he was starting to blow up and become a big deal, he became a big deal on the same record label as Hurricane Chris. Well, I don't know if everybody knows this, but Hurricane Chris was fighting a 3rd-degree murder charge because he was in the gas station buying things, looked out the window, saw a man trying to get into his car. Well, he had an AR-15 sitting on the seat of this car. Now, that's important to note because also a part of Wild Ass News, Louisiana has just become the 28th state to allow concealed to carry weapons, but Louisiana is the only state that only allows it at the young age of 18. Give me one moment. Get away from the door. You know that I'm busy.
You know we heard you, right?
That's fine.
Okay. All right.
You also know I have children. I mean, what do you want me
I'm
to
just
do?
making sure.
And by children, I mean one.
Look like you tried to mute it.
So nonetheless, they allow you to conceal weapons at 18. So you can just imagine how dangerous Louisiana gotta be. So he turns around, he goes outside, he gets to the man, he telling the man to stop, the man won't stop. He gets to being aggressive towards him, trying to be violent towards him, reaching in his pocket. And he wasn't sure what he was reaching in his pocket for, but the man had a cinder block, a concrete cinder block. Yes, I guess it was next to him. So he's trying to get it. And as he's trying to get the cinder block, pow, 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 lethal force. So they lock him up.
It's not defending yourself?
So, well, that's what he ended up getting off on, was defending himself. But the problem with that was, of course, it's Louisiana. He has police officers talking about we got Hurricane Chris. So they were trying to botch the arrest. Mind you, it took them 20 minutes to get to the scene, and the man was dead. And Hurricane Chris stayed the entire time. After he shot the man, he went in and told the clerk, call police. I done busted up old boy. So he's going through all of this. He reaches out to Bebe, DJ Bebe, so that he can try to do some music. He like, man, I'm trying to do this music thing. I'm fighting for my life. Like, I got to get as much money up as I can. These lawyers, I don't even know if I'm going to win this case, Yeah. Bebe like, nah, bro. Like he just didn't want nothing to do with him. Stopped answering his calls, stopped texting back, all kind of stuff. Later, Hurricane Chris started having an issue with the record label, and DJ Bebe told him, well, that's on you, because I still want to be able to work with the record label.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm glad to see Hurricane Chris out of jail. He does look relatively healthy. I would say drink a little bit more water. Lips was just a little crackly and crumbly. But other than that, it was some beautiful things going on for him. Now, lastly, before we get out of here, because as y'all can see, Nugget is past ready to eat, take a bath, and go to bed. And she's banging on the door. The Ratchet History Fact. Dun, 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 the more you know. So last week, I told y'all about the Michael Jackson, or not the Michael Jackson, Lord, the Jackson 5 debacle with the baby mamas and the uncle daddies.
Terrible.
And the cousin brothers.
Terrible.
And the what have yous and the what have nots. Well, today's Ratchet History Fact is, I bet y'all didn't know that Marvin Gaye and Anna Gordy was some wild ass people in the 60s. Okay. At the age of 20 years old or 21 years old, Marvin Gaye fell in love with Anna Gordy, who is the older sister of Berry Gordy.
Right.
She was in her 40s and past childbearing years. He knew this when he met her. They got married anyway. He said, I want a baby. The lady wanted, of course, this is the 60s now. So y'all know, ain't no surrogacy, ain't none of that, right? So she says, okay, well, I want us to have us a baby with your DNA and my DNA. This is where things get a little tricky.
No, they don't.
Anna had a 15-year-old niece named Denise Gordy. And it was neither confirmed or denied that Marvin Gaye was the father of the child, but she was 15 and pregnant. And both families, the Gordys and the Gays, knew that there was going to be a baby coming. But the public didn't know. So Anna Gordy's delusional ass got up every day and went in public looking pregnant. Pretending to be pregnant, taking photo ops, touching her belly, rubbing her belly, doing all kind of very interesting things.
So she was a surrogate, her niece, right?
Her niece was pregnant. We don't know if it was Marvin's baby. We don't know if they had planned for them to or anything. All we know is that she was pregnant. She had a baby. They adopted the baby. And they lived happily ever after until Marvin Gaye decided he wanted more children. And then he started having baby mamas and side chicks on Anna Gordy. And they ended up getting divorced.
That's what that song was going on. What? Yeah, don't tell me nothing else about this ratchet history. Don't tell me nothing else.
Could y'all imagine if they had like more paparazzi back in those days? Because nobody would have known that they got that baby from a 15-year-old niece.
What's the name of this kid? Or
Denise Gordy.
Adult. That's the name of the kid? That the baby?
Oh no, they named him Marvin Gaye the third.
What?
He was the third. That was his junior.
Marvin Gaye the third. Okay.
Cause you know Marvin Gaye a junior.
Adam, look. I'm just listening. I'm just listening at this point.
Nonetheless, always the more, we appreciate everybody for tuning in to Vibes the Remix. We are getting it up and running as smoothly and as swiftly as we can. Get away from the door. This is the last time I'm gonna tell you. You guys can find me on Instagram at Tia_2Chanel. I am T with the T on the Tickety Talk, and I'm trying to up my Tickety Talk. So y'all, come on down to the Tickety Talk and add me. Of course, I am still selling the edibles. I got them. However, I left it in the kitchen, and that might be the reason why you shouldn't take big bites of nothing before you go on air, because I was supposed to have something to show you guys. Don't worry. I will be posting an ad this weekend because I got to make some lemonades and whatnot and some juices. But yes, we do have brownies, gummies, cookies. I can infuse meals, and I make juices as well. So definitely reach out to the DM. I am available for shipping and delivery in the Metro Chicagoland area. And by Metro Chicagoland, I do not mean anything further than the South Loop, because now you got me going out west, and that is a different country, and I cannot find my passport. So with that being said,
you don't deliver to the United Center. Okay, I get it. Okay, all right.
The United? No.
Yeah.
Are you crazy?
Come on, man.
Nah, ain't nobody trying to get lost on spaghetti and meatball. Anyway, what's up with you, Nico? Where can they find you? What you got going?
Find me everywhere find me here on Facebook, Nico Suave Media. Instagram, Nico Suave _media. I have a show on Sunday.
Yes.
At 11 a.m. Central, noon Eastern. I want to say, what's that, 9 a.m. California time, Pacific. So yeah, check me out, man. If you into the sports, come on down, come see me, interact, maybe even put you on the live. You know, I got you.
That boy said Pacific, not to be confused with specific. I know a lot of y'all do that.
Azaria do that, but
hey, you gonna get off, sis, though, cause I'm about tired of it.
look. I ain't got time. Come on now.
Nonetheless, always the more. We love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. We will be back next week on time.
It happened.
Bye.
Later.